Welcome back to my English learning podcast community. I'm so glad you're here. In this episode, I'll be sharing some useful discussion tips and giving clear explanations to help you speak English more confidently and naturally. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to improve your fluency, this episode is for you. So grab a notebook, stay relaxed, and let's begin.
Oh, Bob. Hey, Sam. Good to see you. How's it going? Yeah, good. Working a lot. And you? I went back to school. Good for you.
Mike. Jim? What have you been up to?
Working a lot.
That sounds hard.
How's the family?
Everyone is good. Thanks.
Now, let's look at some useful phrases from the dialogues above.
Good to see you.
This is a nice way to greet someone when you haven't seen them in a while.
How's it going?
This is a common greeting in English, like, how are you? Don't be surprised if you say this to someone and they don't respond, or say, yeah, how's it going? Back. Bob replies to this question with, yeah, good. This might seem a little weird because Sam didn't ask a yes or no question. But in this case, yeah doesn't have any special meaning. It's just a way to acknowledge Sam's question and move on.
Good for you.
This is a positive phrase in English to congratulate a friend on their successes or accomplishments. Conversation number 2. Meeting up with a friend at a restaurant. Small talk can happen with close friends who you see regularly and with friends you don't see as often. Here's an example of a conversation that could happen between two friends who know each other pretty well.
Hey, Alicia.
Oh hey, I didn't see you there. Did you already get a table?
Yeah, right over here.
I'm glad we had time to meet up.
Me too. So, what's going on?
Oh, not much. You?
Not much. Hey, how did your interview go? Wasn't that today?
Oh, yeah. I think it went well. I don't know if I got the job yet, but they said they would call in a few days.
Well, I'm sure you did great. Good luck.
Thanks. I'm just happy that it's over. I was really nervous about it.
I can understand that. I get nervous before interviews, too.
Well, thanks for being supportive. I appreciate it.
Sure, no problem.
Useful phrases.
I'm glad we had time to meet up.
If you're meeting a friend you don't see every day, this is a nice way of saying that you appreciate them making an effort to see you. Other ways of saying this could be, thanks for making time to see me, or we should do this more often.
What's going on?
Like with, how's it going? The other person might not always reply to this question. If they do, they'll probably either actually tell you what's going on, or just say, not much. In the conversation above, Nathan and Alicia both say, not much is going on with them, but then they end up talking about Alicia's interview. This is pretty common. A person might sometimes even reply, not much, and then immediately start talking about all the things that actually are going on.
I can understand that.
This is a good phrase to acknowledge a friend's feelings or opinions.
Sure, no problem.
This is a casual way of saying, you're welcome, when someone thanks you. Making plans with friends. To see your friends in the first place, you have to make plans with them. Here are a couple of conversations that show how that could go. Conversation number 1. Inviting a friend for a movie.
Hello, Bob.
Hi, John.
Are you free this weekend?
I think so. Why?
Want to see a movie?
Sure.
Great. Are you free this weekend?
This is a friendly, common way to open a conversation when you're going to ask someone to do something with you. Conversation number 2. Making plans for a get-together in the conversation above. Bob and John decide to see a movie together, but they don't decide on what to see, or an exact time. Hopefully, they'll talk about this later, otherwise they won't know what they're doing. Below, we'll look at a more detailed conversation about making plans.
Hey, so I'm having a party at my place next weekend. Do you want to come?
Sure. That sounds like fun. Who else is coming?
Let's see. I think it's going to be Jerome, Talia, Anna, Juan, Celeste, Michelle, and possibly Jamie. It's not really going to be a party, more like a small get-together. I'm cooking dinner, and we can just hang out.
What time should I be there?
Oh, any time between 6 and 7 would be fine.
Can I bring anything?
Oh, don't worry about it. I have everything covered.
Can I at least bring a bottle of wine?
Well, I'm not going to say no to wine. I'm sure that would be appreciated.
I'll do that, then. Thanks for inviting me. That sounds like fun.
If someone invites you to an event, or just invites you to do something with them, this is a nice way to say, yes.
Can I bring anything?
In the US and some other English-speaking areas, this is a polite question to ask if someone invites you to a dinner, party, or holiday event where there's going to be food. It's usually appropriate, and sometimes even expected, to ask this question even if the person who invited you is a close friend or family member. Having personal conversations with friends once you've made plans and greeted your friends, all that's left to do is just, well, be a friend. Friends go to each other for help, for advice, and when they want to share their opinions and experiences. Conversations that are more personal are usually less structured and follow fewer rules. But there are still phrases that English speakers tend to use a lot in personal conversations, and there are still certain speech patterns we follow to show support for our friends. Let's look at some examples. Conversation number 1. A friend's advice.
Hi, Gemma. Hi, Gemma. You look terrible.
Hey, Michaela. I haven't slept.
Are you okay? What's the matter?
Well, you know that photo I sent to Claire on Friday night?
Yeah?
Well, she sent it to Justin.
Oh no. How could she do that? It obviously was only for her.
I know. I thought she'd find it funny.
Well, it was quite funny. But you didn't expect her to send it to anyone.
No, of course not. Especially not Justin. Oh, it's so embarrassing.
Ah well, don't worry. I know how you feel, though.
And what if he puts it on Facebook or something? What if my mum sees it?
No, don't worry. He won't. It's not that interesting for him or anyone else, to be honest.
But what if he does?
He won't. But maybe ask Claire to speak to Justin. Get him to delete the photo?
Yeah, maybe. But that might just make him even more interested.
Yeah, true.
What do you think I should do?
I'd just try to forget about it if I were you.
But I'm so annoyed with Claire.
Maybe speak to Claire. Tell her how you feel. She shouldn't be sharing people's private photos.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for the advice, Michaela. I'll talk.
Good idea. And don't worry. Just be careful and don't send any more embarrassing photos.
Yeah, I know.
Note, the dialogue above is in British English. The only difference in how this conversation might go in American English is that Gemma would probably say mom instead of mum. Also, Americans tend to use quite less than British people.
Are you okay? What's the matter?
The above two phrases are good for checking on your friends if it seems like something might be wrong.
What do you think I should do?
It isn't always obvious when you're looking for advice in any language. If you want to know what a friend thinks you should do in a situation, just ask like this.
I know how you feel.
This is a good general phrase for showing sympathy, and it might not always be used literally. For example, we have no idea if Michaela really does know how Gemma feels. But what Michaela seems to be saying is that Gemma's feelings still matter, even if the situation itself isn't that bad. However, you may want to be careful of using this phrase if someone is telling you about a situation that you obviously can't understand personally. In a case like that, it could seem rude and self-centered. Instead, you can say, "That sounds terrible." Conversation number 2. Talking about opinions on a book. Friends can help you when you're having problems. They're also there to listen when you just want to talk about your feelings and opinions.
So I don't know what you thought about the book, but I had a lot of mixed feelings about it.
Oh, really? Like what?
Well, I thought the main character's situation was interesting, but his attitude toward women bothered me.
I can see that. It definitely seemed like he had some problems with women.
I would have liked to understand how that started. I mean, the book didn't go into too much detail about why he felt that way.
I agree with that. I think the author could have handled that part better. I did enjoy the descriptions, though.
Oh yes, the writing was beautiful. That just made me more disappointed in the character.
Well, this is just my opinion, but maybe the character would have been easier to understand if the writing had been simpler. It seemed like the author spent a lot of time on the descriptions when he could have spent more time on the character's thoughts.
I'm not sure if I agree with that. I just think that the writing could have been more thoughtful while still being beautiful, if that makes sense.
That does make sense. I think maybe the problem for me is just that not much actually happened.
You're right about that. There wasn't much of a story.
I still enjoyed parts of the book, though.
Oh, I did, too. And I appreciate hearing your point of view. I don't know what you thought about.
This is a nice way to let someone know that you would be open to hearing their thoughts.
I can see that.
This is a good way to acknowledge someone's thoughts, whether or not you agree with them.
I agree with that. I'm not sure if I agree with that.
I'm not sure if I agree with that is nicer than I don't agree with you. If that makes sense. This is a common way that people end sentences when giving their opinions or explaining something. Often, this has the meaning of "does that make sense?" or "do you understand what I mean?" Good friendships are rewarding and worthwhile, no matter what language you speak. Hopefully, the above conversations between two friends have given you a better idea of how to communicate and connect with your English-speaking friends. That's all for today's episode, everyone. I hope these discussion tips and explanations helped you understand English better. Remember, learning a language takes time, so keep practicing. Keep listening, and don't give up. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and follow the podcast for more English learning content. And yes, leave a comment or message if you have a topic you want me to cover in the next episode. Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep speaking English with confidence.